Hello everyone and welcome to a Farming Sim 22 tutorial. Today we're looking at root vegetables which have been added in the premium expansion. And the 3 root vegetables, as you can see in the bottom right where my seeds are, will be carrots, parsnips, and beets. So we're just going to take a quick look today at how to use these. And really there's not a huge difference between this and other crops except that it will use its own planter. So if you go to vegetable technology, you'll find the sowers here that will plant these 3 seeds, as well as the harvesting equipment, which we'll look at later when we're ready to harvest. And then one other implement that's new is this here. And if we go to vegetable technology, way at the beginning, you'll see this tool that says that it is used to create ridges into which you can plant your vegetables afterwards. Wheel weights are recommended. Now this tool isn't needed. You don't have to use this to plant these, but it will add a fertilizer state to your field. So I'm going to go ahead and use this machine, and you'll see it creates these deep ridges. And then I'm just going to move it out of the way. And if we look at our map, we will see that it is not yet fertilized. However, once we actually plant the crop, again, any 3 of these will work. We'll just use carrots for today. You'll see that once it's planted in these ridges, then it'll turn into a fertilizer state. However, if you don't have the ridges, it'll still plant. So you can see it's still planting on the cultivated field. It just won't have that fertilizer state. So now if we look at our map, you'll see here is where I did those ridges, and here is where I planted without. And actually most of this field has been planted if you kind of look, and that's for later when we're ready to harvest. And that's really it. If we look at the schedule, they are all plantable between April and June, with carrots also being in July, and then it's a pretty short season until harvest. So let's go ahead and skip to August and we will look at harvesting. All right, so we are here in August, and I did plant a row of each just so you can see them. So here are the beets that are ready to harvest. Right next to that is the parsnip right here. And then I planted a whole bunch of carrots. Not that we're going to harvest all this, but now harvesting, this is going to be very similar to potatoes and sugar beets. The difference is that you don't have to remove the top like you do with those if you don't use one of the big machines. Otherwise, you will probably want to hire a worker, because you can see once it's piped out like this, it's just going to dump the vegetable on the ground. So you'll want to carry a tipper next to it. And then you can see all the lovely carrots going into the tipper. So that is the large expensive machine. You can also get the ones that need to be hauled by a tractor, and they're going to work the same way. And again, if you don't have a... oh yeah, it's not going because if you hire a worker and there's no tipper, it won't actually move. But if you do it manually, you can see them going up, and they'll just spill out onto the ground, and it'll be a big waste. So make sure you do have that tipper underneath. So once it's harvested, you can do a couple things, and I won't show these because that would be a waste of time for this video. But obviously you can sell like always, and you can kind of look at the prices here to see where you can go to sell them. Or you can turn them into preserves or soup, including this triple soup, which takes all of them. So if we look at the new map, you can find them. Here is potato processing. We don't want that. I had them all earlier. Let's see, there's the preserves factory. So again, you just put in, for example, carrots, and you'll get carrot preserves. And then the soup is right here, and again you just put in carrot and you get carrot soup, or again you can put in all 3 and get triple soup if you're someone who likes to grow all three of them. Again, I'm not going to show that because you just take it there like you would any other crop. And last but not least, we will look here at our filters, and you will see way at the end on the second filter here are the beets and carrots, so you get some nice vibrant colors with these new crops. And that's really all there is to it, just a couple new machines, but they have organized it nicely under vegetable technology to make that easier to use. And that's it. Let me know below if you have any questions or comments about root vegetables. Otherwise, have yourselves a very nice day.